Hi Diabesties and Diallies. Today I'm taking you through what I eat in a typical day and how I deal with it as a type 1 diabetic. I'm starting the day with some water. I usually put a slice of lemon in it, but I didn't have any left today. I'm also taking the I Am hormone drops to help with skin breakouts and bloating. I'll share the link to the website in the description. After that, it's my daily tablets, which include collagen, vitamin D, and levothyroxine for my underactive thyroid. It's actually quite a common thing for us diabesties. I'm sure many of you have the same problem. Cute summer outfit check and skincare routine. I might do a whole separate video on the products that I use if that's something you guys would like to see. My hair is feeling super greasy today, so lots and lots of dry shampoo and just hoping for the best really. And it's like the hottest day of the year so far today, so yeah, God help me. I usually take my breakfast to work with me when I start before, say, like 10 a.m. And today is one of those days. But I did decide to treat myself to a coffee from the cafe next door. It's recently opened, but took no insulin for the milk as I'm about to start travelling. Walking around central London when it's early and peaceful is such a rare treat, especially when it's so warm outside. Even the sunglasses made it to my face from the usual spot on my head. If you know, you know. I've arrived at the office and just need to get some work done before the live programme. Working in radio is honestly such a blessing. Like, I'm forever grateful that I get to work in the creative industry. After changing desks to the output area, my cup of tea is pretty much a free drink in terms of diabetes. I take much less milk in my tea than in my coffee and no sugar, so you already know I'm not taking any insulin for it. Now at this point, it's around 10:30 a.m., so a little bit on the late side for breakfast, but my levels are still stable and I'm having my usual overnight oats. As you can see, I'm taking for 30 grams of carbs for this, and the pod is giving me 3.6 units of insulin. I'm also having a Yakult because I'm so focused on gut health this year, and this stuff actually works a treat. I've been taking it every day, and the carbs in it is pretty minimal, around like 7 to 8 grams, so I don't tend to include it in my bolus. My pod can usually cope with that small amount of carbs, especially when already stacked with other carbs and insulin. Producing a live radio show is such a unique experience. Like, you're listening to it and enjoying the content while also making sure the presenter has everything they need, always thinking about the next item and taking calls from listeners. Now, time for a snack with 15 grams worth of carbs in it. Levels are at 8.2 after breakfast, so my PDM is suggesting 1.65 units for this. I'm literally always cracking jokes with my colleagues. We spend so much time at work that I refuse not to have a laugh while I'm there. At least when I can. Also trying to stay hydrated, so drinking plenty of water from my cute Pokemon bottle. Once the show's finished, it's time to change my pod, and it's going on my arm today. I got a small flat white, my second coffee of the day, but my blood sugar levels are actually low at this point, so must have previously taken a little bit too much insulin. Now I know the coffee won't really do too much, so it's time to become a drinks goblin and have a small Coke can on the go too, followed by the dreaded wait for my blood sugar to come back up, obviously. A cute reunion with my friend is cheering me up though, so it was really nice to have caught this interaction on camera. Back to the blood sugar levels. My Dexcom is saying I'm still low, so I'm testing properly just to make sure, because I'm literally just waiting here. I'm ready to leave, waiting for my levels to be at a safe level before I do leave, and I'm starting to feel a bit better already, so let's have a look. As suspected, I'm actually 4.9 now, so back up to a safe level, while my Dexcom is still a little bit behind. This can be so frustrating, which is why I try to carry my blood sugar testing kit when I'm out and about. Finally, time to leave, and I'm off to go get some lunch. Settled on Itsu because it's healthy and also one of my favourites. I've gone for the avocado and salmon dragon rolls, which are just so good. Plus some prawn cracker crisps, because you can't go wrong. The sun is literally getting in the way, so I can't really show you my PDM, annoyingly. But my levels are now 7.1, and I'm taking 7.6 units of insulin for 65 grams of carbs. It's really helpful that Itsu have the carb content available per item on their menu. It makes eating out so much easier when companies do this. So 5 stars to Itsu. Decided to eat my crisps on the go as I want to walk around a little bit in the sun. Back at home and it's time for some chores. I actually need to get this house in order because one of my best friends is coming over and he can't be seeing it like this. He's just come back from Iowa in America and we're going to see Doja Cat at the O2 next week, so we wanted to listen to her new album together before we go. But I need to clean these dishes, put some clothes away and tidy up a bit. Of course, cleaning is an Olympic sport for us Diabesties, so my blood sugar levels are dropping again. That can only mean one thing: time for activity mode. This is where my pod will give me less insulin for however long I set it for, in the hopes that it will stop my levels from dropping too low. I've gone for 2 hours this time. If you're enjoying this content, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. And please do leave a comment if there's anything you would like me to talk about in my videos, any areas of diabetes that you would like me to explain in perhaps more detail, or if there's anything you're struggling with as a diabesity and would like to know how I deal with it. Any suggestions are, of course, welcome. And that's the kitchen done. Time to move on to the living room. Time to restock my mini fridge. And yes, I do have a Diet Coke addiction. Sorry, not sorry. And that's the living room all done, ready for entertaining. Does anyone else feel like they're always dealing with laundry? I mean, it's literally the bane of my life. And does anyone else make piles of laundry depending on where the clothes live and then put them away based on their area? I feel like it saves me moving around too much and makes it so much faster. But am I just making more work for myself? I don't know. Like, it just makes sense to me instead of putting each item away as I pick it up. I'm literally traveling from my drawers to my wardrobe to here, there, and everywhere, rather than just like standing in one place, putting everything into piles and then putting the piles away. I don't know, maybe I'm being extra, but I think it makes a big difference. I'm changing the bed sheets too, as they definitely could do with a wash. Now just have to quickly run the hoover over the floors and I'm done. But Diet Ally Luke has already arrived, so he's just going to have to wait for me to finish. Now, as a treat, after all that cleaning, we have actually gone for a chicken shop dinner. As this is fast food, the fat content is really high, which can slow down the impact of the carbs on my blood sugar levels. I'm currently 7.7 with a downwards arrow. That's from all the cleaning. So I've decided to bolus for 50 grams of carbs, and I can always give myself more if I need to a little bit later. And this is giving me 5.05 units of insulin. And I'm back at it, being a drinks goblin again with my Tango Cherry and my Diet Coke at the same time. Now we've finished eating, it's time to get the music playing. So we're listening to Doja Cat's newest album, V, on my record player, which Luke, believe it or not, hasn't even listened to it yet, and we're literally going to see her next week. But his mindset was he'd rather be surprised. But I knew he'd love it, and of course we started dancing straight away, which will help counteract a potential spike in my levels as well from dinner. And I've also got a small beer on the go, and Luke brought over some Pringles with him, so I had a handful of those. I'm taking a couple of units of insulin here just to keep things under control. My levels did end up going up to about 11, but they have started to stable out a bit now at 9.3, so looking pretty good. It's really nice to catch up with Luke too, as we don't get to see each other as often anymore. Adult life is adulting and getting in the way. And he's just come back from his trip visiting his American friends, so it's always nice hearing about his adventures and travels. Now we're both really excited for the tour after that little listening session. Luke's made his way home and it's time for me to take my magnesium powder. I take it in cordial juice, like, squash, that kind of thing, just as I find it tastes better that way. I try my best to have it most nights to help with tiredness. And that's it. So that's what I would eat in a typical day and how I deal with it as a type 1 diabetic. Obviously, not every day is the same. I don't eat the same foods every day. Every day is different. But I just thought it'd be really good to give you a little bit of an idea of the sorts of things that I eat and how I manage it. Because my biggest mantra is that we can eat anything as type 1 diabetics, and I like to prove that in the way I live my life. So yeah, I ate a range of things, all different kinds of carbs, different vegetables, some unhealthy things, and I still managed to keep my levels under decent kind of control. But I'm also a busy person, so I think that helps counteract as well. Obviously, I did have a low today, but overall, I think it wasn't too bad. I hope this shows that we can literally eat anything we want as type 1 diabetics. Thanks for watching, Diabesties and Diallies, and may your levels be in range.